Hello my dear students, warm welcome to SL Classes, my YouTube channel where you can find very easy methods to learn the concepts of physics. We were earlier successfully covered different topics based on your board examination. Now it is a time for different entrance examinations. So I decided to start a new video series in the name Neet Online Crash to crack the coming entrance examinations. All of you wish to score a very good rank in the entrance examinations, right? Because a competent rank, a very good score surely help you to get admission to various premier institutes in India. As all of you know, entrance examinations are much different from your board examinations. So, to succeed in entrance examination, we need a different approach. As far as the questions from physics are concerned, they are too difficult to solve. Yes, my dear students, don't worry, don't be confused. Today onwards, SL Classes is with you all the way to help you, to support you and to teach you the concepts of physics and how to solve objective level questions in a very simple way. Okay, hope you are ready. Before I enter into the topics, let me explain how I plan my videos. I wish to divide all the topics into different lectures. For example, when we consider a topic from our +1 syllabus in the first year syllabus, let us consider the kinematics, which includes 2 chapters, motion in straight line and motion in plane. I will do 5 or 6 different lectures from the same topic to reduce our video length. Also in each topic, 2 levels of questions are included. One is a basic level question for beginners, which includes a moderate level of questions only, and the next level is some advanced level of questions for the expert students. I wish to tell you that first you watch and practice the basic level of questions, and then only you have to practice the advanced level questions. Okay students, so let us start with our first topic. Being a physics teacher, I want to make our students community much more better, qualitative and empowered. So I request you to share this video to your friends and ask them to subscribe to get videos on time. So I wish you all the success in the coming entrance examinations. So let us start with our first topic. Okay? Yes, dear students. This is our first video lecture for online crash series. Okay, and today's topic is kinematics from our first year section. There are 2 chapters, motion in straight line and motion in plane. I will read the question and I will show you the question on the screen. You just write it down, then only you can understand the solutions very easily. So we will move to the first question. Please listen. A particle is located at x equal to 0 at time t equal to 0. Starts moving along the positive x direction with a velocity v that varies as v equal to alpha root x. The displacement of the particle with time is proportional to. Okay students, it is given a function of velocity in terms of displacement. The equation is v equal to alpha root x. This is a typical question from this chapter. We know that velocity is the rate of change of displacement and acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. That is, the concepts of differentiation and integration are used to find velocity, acceleration, displacement when we were given a function of velocity, displacement or acceleration. That is, the derivative of displacement will give us velocity, right? The derivative of velocity will give us acceleration. In the reverse order, The integration of acceleration will be velocity and the integration of velocity will be displacement. By keeping these things in mind, we can do this problem. It is given that velocity equal to alpha root x and it is asked to find the relation between displacement and time. So by doing some calculations, by doing differentiation or integration, we can find a solution. See, we know velocity is the rate of change of displacement, right? So we can write, instead of v, it is d by dt of x. That is equal to alpha root x, right? Take this root x to this side and dt to the right side. We will get dx by root x. That is equal to alpha dt. Or we can write this 1 by root x is, actually we know root x is x raised to 1 by 2 and 1 by root x can be written as x raised to minus 1 by 2, right? Root x is x raised to 1 by 2, but that is in denominator. When we take this term to numerator, that becomes x raised to minus 1 by 2 dx. That is equal to alpha dt. Now take integration on both sides. After integrating this, so integrate on both sides will give. With respect to x, we have to integrate this x raised to minus 1 by 2 and we know that it is x raised to minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1, right? That is the integration of x raised to minus 1 by 2. That is equal to alpha dt. After integration, you will get alpha t. So, what is this value after calculation? X raised to minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is x raised to 1 by 2. This is again minus 1 by 2 plus 1 is 1 by 2. That is equal to alpha t. Square on both sides. This becomes x by, this is 1 by 4. That is equal to alpha square t square. So when we find a relation between x and t, we can say that x proportional to t square. So when you look at the option, you can see x proportional to t square. That is option 2 is the correct option for our first question. Hope you can understand. Okay. Now we can move to the next question. A window is 50 centimeter long. A stone is falling from a height of 40 centimeter above the window. It crosses the window in. And options are given. Option 1, 3 by 7 second. Option 2, 2 by 7 second. Option 3, 1 by 7 second. And option 4, 4 by 7 second. Okay, dear students, to solve our next question, I have drawn a picture here. It is asked that there is a window of 50 centimeter height. See, this is a window. And a stone is dropped at a height of 40 centimeter above the window. See, we take a point here at a height of 40 centimeter above the window. And the stone is dropped from this point. And we have to find the time taken by the stone to cross this window. Cross this window means time to travel from this point to this point. What is the time taken to move from this point to this point? That is time taken to cross the window. See, this is a situation of a freely falling object. For every freely falling object, we know a data that its initial velocity will be 0. And for all freely falling objects, its acceleration will be 9.8 meter per second square. The data are not given in the question, but we know that for every freely falling body, its initial velocity is 0 and acceleration is 9.8 meter per second square. We need to find the time from this point to this point. So what is the concept to solve this problem? How can we find this time? To solve this question, I will tell you first. First of all, we have to find the total time taken by the body, total time taken by the stone to reach the complete distance, that is 40 centimeter plus 50 centimeter. This total length is actually 90 centimeter. Starting from initial velocity 0. So we first find the total time to cover this 90 centimeter. Okay. Now let us take the 40 centimeter displacement only. Okay, so first find the total time to cover 90 centimeter. Then find time taken to cover this 40 centimeter. Then our question was to find the time to cross this window. So when we find the total time, that is T1, and after finding this time, that is time taken to cover this 40 centimeter, that is T2, then our result will be T1 minus T2, right? So to find T1, how can we find this T1? We have an equation to connect displacement and time, that is S equal to ut plus half at square. For a freely falling object, this initial velocity is 0, so we can cancel this term ut, and the equation becomes S equal to half at square, or S is equal to half gt square, and from this equation time will be t is equal to root of 2s divided by g. There is also a shortcut equation to find time taken by a freely falling object. You can by heart that equation, t is equal to root of 2s by g. So substitute here for t1 to find the total time to cover 90 centimeter. This will be root of 2 into s is 90 centimeter, that is 0.9 meter. We have to convert centimeter into meter, divided by 9.8. Okay, that is equal to root of 2 and 9.8 can be cancelled. We will get 0.9 divided by 2 and 9.8. After cancellation, we will get 4.9. 0.9 by 4.9, that is equal to root of 9 by 49. That is equal to 3 by 7, right? So we got the first time, that is total time to cover this 90 centimeter. Then what about this T2? That is time taken to cover this first 40 centimeter. Again use the same relation, root of 2s by g, that is root of 2 into, instead of s we have to write this 40 centimeter, that is 0.4 40 centimeter, divided by 9.8. Okay, so after calculation what we get? This is equal to root of 2 by 9.8 is again 4.9. So 0.4 divided by 4.9, that is equal to root of 4 by 49, that is equal to 2 by 7. So the total time is 3 by 7 and time to cover this 40 centimeter is 2 by 7, and our question is what is the time to cross this window? So this t should be t1 minus T2, that is equal to 3 by 7 minus 2 by 7. See, here it is 3 by 7, here it is 2 by 7. So the answer will be 1 by 7 second. Okay, hope you can understand. Then we are moving to our next question. Next question. A thief is running away on a straight road in a jeep moving with a speed of 9 meters per second. A policeman chases him on a motorcycle moving at a speed of 10 meters per second. If the instantaneous separation of the jeep from the motorcycle is 100 meters, how long will it take for the policeman to catch the thief? And answers are 1 second, 19 seconds, 90 seconds, 100 seconds. Okay, this is a simple question. By doing the concept of relative velocity, you have heard that term, relative velocity. Velocity of an object with respect to another moving object. That idea is called the relative velocity. In this question, it is given that a thief is moving in a jeep with a speed of 9 meters per second. And a policeman chases, this is a policeman on a motor bicycle. He chases with a speed of 10 meters per second. And there is an instantaneous separation or relative separation between policeman and thief is given, it is 100 meters. Now the question is, by how much time the policeman can catch this thief? So to find the time, we have an equation. We know that V is equal to S by T, or T is equal to S by V. In uniform motion, to find the time, we have the equation S by V. But here, instead of V, we have to take the relative velocity value. Because the relative displacement between policeman and thief is only 100 meter. And the two bodies are moving in the same direction. See? Thief moving in this direction, policeman also moving in the same direction. So when the two bodies are moving in the same direction, relative velocity is velocity of one body minus the velocity of the other body. So to find time, we have to take S. The relative displacement is 100 meter. So 100 divided by velocity in relative term. This is 10, this is 9. So 10 minus 9. Note that point. When two bodies are moving in the same direction, relative velocity is velocity of one body minus velocity of the other body. Thus, we got this value 10 minus 9. We know 10 minus 9 is 1. So, 100 by 1. So, answer will be only 100 seconds. So, that is a simple question. By knowing the concept of relative velocity, you can do the question very simply. Okay. Now, we can listen to the next question. The angle between following two vectors. Vector r equal to minus I cap plus j by 3 plus k cap, and vector s equal to x I cap plus 3 j cap plus x minus 1 k cap. And options are given. 1 is obtuse angle, 2 is acute angle, 3 is right angle, 4 depend on x. Okay, the question is from the second chapter, motion in a plane. The concept of vectors. Two vectors are given, vector r and vector s, and it is asked to find the angle between vectors. To find the angle between vectors, we have to do the dot product or cross product between the vectors. There is a simple way. If we take dot product between two vectors and if the result is 0, then we can say that the angle between them is 90 degree. Because like A dot B, we know what is A dot B. A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. Right. When the answer will be 0. If we take AB cos 90, we know cos 90 is 0. So the answer will be 0. That means if the angle between two vectors are 90 degree, the dot product will be 0. Or in other way, if the dot product is 0, we can say that the angle between them is 90 degree. Right. So just do the dot product between R and S. What is vector R dot vector S? When the vectors are given in I, J, K format, we have to dot product directly the two vectors. Okay, this is the first vector. Okay, this is the second vector. There is a bracket type multiplication. We have to multiply all these terms in the first bracket with all these terms in the second bracket. But we know in dot product, I dot I, see here, I dot I, that is 1. Also, J dot J is 1 and K dot K is 1, right? These results are 1. And the other results like I dot J, what is I dot J? It is 0. What is J dot K? It is again 0. So, when we multiply these two brackets, we need to multiply only these I and I terms, that is I dot I. The next term I dot J will be 0 and I dot K will be 0. So, we no need to take that terms. Okay, then when we multiply this J term, we have to take only J dot J, multiply or take dot product with this J term with the second J term only, because all other products like J dot I, J dot K will be 0 only. So then when we multiply this K term, we have to multiply this K cap with only this K cap term. Because K dot K is again 1 and all other results will be 0. So take this minus I dot xi. We know I dot I is 1. So the result will be only minus x. Okay. Minus 1 into x is minus x. Then take the second term. Here it is j by 3. Here it is 3j. J dot j, that is 1. then remaining is 1 by 3 into 3. So 1 by 3 into 3. Okay, plus. Now multiply these two k terms. K dot k will be 1 and the remaining here 1, here x minus 1. So 1 into x minus 1. That is only x minus 1. So what is this? Finally minus x plus 1 by 3 into 3, that is 1, plus x minus 1. Minus x and plus x cancelled. Plus 1 and minus 1 again cancelled. The result will be 0. Which means the dot product between R and S is 0. When the dot product is 0, we can say that the angle between them is 90 degree. That means the angle between them, R and S, the angle between R and S will be a right angle. Okay, that's the solution for that question. Hope you can understand. Then we are moving to our next question. Okay. Next question. An aeroplane moving horizontally with a speed of 720 km per hour drops a food packet while flying at a height of 396.9 meters. The time taken by the food packet to reach the ground and its horizontal range are, options are given: 3 seconds and 2000 meter, 5 seconds and 500 meter, 8 seconds and 1500 meter, and 9 seconds and 1800 meter. Okay, that question was from projectile motion, and we know there are two types of projectile motion. One is called oblique projectile, that is a body is projected from ground level with an angle, with an initial velocity u, and the body reach back to the same level. That type of projectiles are called oblique projectile. Okay, then other type of projectiles are called horizontal projectile. That is, a body is projected horizontally from a height, and after that body moves in a parabolic path and finally the body reaches ground, just like this. When a body is projected horizontally, see, this is a tower, and a body is projected horizontally with a velocity u. That projection will be horizontally. Then what happens to this body after projecting? This body will move in this way, right? And after some time, the body reaches ground here. So again a parabolic path. Actually, the second half of our oblique projectile motion, our normal projectile motion, this similar to its second half. Okay, these type of motions are called horizontal projectile. And in the case of a horizontal projectile, we have two different equations. One is to find the time taken by this body to reach ground. There is an equation. There are some derivations, but now you just mark that equation. That equation will be T is equal to root of 2h by g. Very similar to the time taken by a freely falling object to reach ground. In one previous question we have done, when a body is dropped just like this, the time taken by the body to reach ground, that time is T is equal to root of 2h or 2s by g. The same equation can be applied in the case of a horizontal projectile. So you just mark that equation. That equation is P is equal to root of 2h by g, and this is called the range. Okay, range. In the case of a horizontal projectile, that is called the range. And to find the range, we have an equation: range equal to R is equal to u into t. That is the horizontal velocity u. That is here, the velocity is given u into t. Just like s equal to v into t. We know that equation s. To find the displacement, s equal to v into t. Like that, R is equal to u into t. So how can we apply this idea in our question? It is given that an aeroplane is flying horizontally, okay, and a food packet is dropped from it. See, when a flight is flying horizontally and a packet is dropped from it, its path will be, when we drop a body from a stationary object or from a stationary position, when I drop this pen, it moves in vertically down direction, right? Vertically down. When it is dropped from a stable stationary position. But when a body is dropped from a horizontally moving object, what happens? See here, the flight is moving horizontally, and from that flight a body is dropped. So its path will be like a horizontal projectile. The body cannot move towards ground vertically down. It will not move like that. The body will move in this way. When this foot packet is dropped, its path will be like this. See? In this way. Okay. And finally the body will reach here. This is very similar to the motion of a horizontal projectile. So to find the time in this situation, you can use this equation. Okay, this is equal to root of 2 into, that height is given 396.9 divided by 9.8. Okay. So after calculation, you will get this value as 9 seconds. Okay, that's the time taken by this foot packet to reach ground. And to find this horizontal range, so that is R is equal to U into T. We know U, that value is given 720 km per hour. To convert that value into SI unit, we know that velocity in SI unit is meter per second. Here it is given 720 km per hour. So we have to multiply 720 with 5 by 18. So 720 into 5 by 18 will be 200 meter per second. So U is 200 into 9. So that answer will be 1800 meter. So that is the solution for that question. That is a concept question. When you study this equation to find time and range, you can solve this question very simply. Okay. Now we can do one more question from this topic. Just listen. Next question. The height y and distance x along the horizontal plane of a projectile on a certain planet with no surrounding atmosphere are given by y equal to 8t minus 5t square meter and x equal to 60 meter, where t is in second. The velocity with which the projectile is projected is, and options are given: 8 meter per second, 6 meter per second, 10 meter per second, not obtainable from the data. Okay, so in the question it is given, two positions are given. One is y, that is 8t minus 5t square, and the other is x, that is 60. We know projectile motion is motion in 2 dimensions. The motion has both horizontal component and vertical component of motion. When a body is projected in a plane, we know that initial velocity, displacement, or can be resolved into two components, one along horizontal direction and the other along vertical direction. Here, two displacements are given or two positions are given. One is y and the other is x. This y represents position of that body or variation of position along vertical direction or along y direction. This gives variation of position along x direction. And what is velocity? Here it is asked to find the velocity. We know that velocity is the rate of change of position. So to find velocity using this data, we can find velocity along y, that is Vy. Just take derivative of this. Velocity is d by dt of the position. That is 8t. After derivative you will get 8 minus 5t square is 5 into 2t, that is 10t. This is the velocity along y direction. Now from this x, how can we find velocity in x direction? Again, just take the derivative d by dt of x. Okay, that is equal to d by dt of 6t. That answer will be 6. So we get velocity in y direction and velocity in x direction. Now it is asked the velocity of projection. Projection means initial velocity. Not that part. Velocity of projection. That projected velocity. Projected velocity means initial velocity. To find initial velocity, time should be 0. For every motion, the initial condition means time should be 0. So substitute here t equal to 0. Therefore, velocity y is equal to 8 minus 10 into 0. That is 8. Velocity x, there is no t term. So the answer will be 6 again. Then we have two velocities, one along y direction, one along x direction. Therefore, the total velocity will be the vector sum of vy and vx, that is root of 8 square plus 6 square. We know velocity is a vector. We need to find the total velocity. This is velocity in y direction. This is velocity in x direction. One along y direction, one along x direction. So to find the total velocity, we have to vector sum these two. And according to parallelogram law, we know that root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Here, one along y direction, one along x direction, the angle will be 90 degree. So the third term, root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 90. Cos 90 will be 0. So we now need to write this 0 term here. This is equal to root of 8 square plus 6 square, root of 100, that is 10 meter per second. That is the answer. Okay. Thus we have completed our first lecture, and these questions are level 1 question for the beginners. Okay, I will upload the remaining lectures and level 2 or advanced level of questions. Please keep watching. Share and subscribe this channel. Also give me a feedback about this class. Do just write on the comment box how you feel this. Hope you can understand. Okay, bye for now until we meet again.